Oh man. Or folks. Oh folks. Hello, welcome to yet another amazing, fantastic episode of Redstone Lapis Lazuli. It is I, your host, Pogo Kiro. After an hour and 40 minutes of troubleshooting to get this thing on show on the road. Hello, yes. Oh man. Wow. I'm burnt. I'm burnt out. I spent so much time trying to figure out what was wrong with my internet. Like, I could not get any upload speed for some reason. I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I finally figured it out. It was my phone. My phone was like leeching my internet, so I couldn't get it was like leeching my upload speed, so I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stream because of my phone. So, oh man. So it's much later, and I'm sorry, but hey, I finally got it going, right? Yo, check it. This is the amazing gold farm design by NaMiature that I made, and I'll link it eventually. It works really well. Look at all this gold. It's outrageous how much gold there is. In fact, I don't even need these gold swords. So yeah, like the way it works is really cool. Let's go check it out. Ooh. All right, you can see over there. That's the AFK's place where you stand for all the XP. But we're not going there. First, we're gonna check out this mechanism up here. I don't have any Frostwalker boots, so I have to just stand here. But yeah, basically, what happens is pigmen spawn on magma cubes because they don't get hurt. Nothing can spawn on magma cubes except for pigmen because pigmen are immune to fire. The fire does not hurt pigmen. You can fire them, you can flame them all day. Doesn't do anything to them. All right, they're pigmen. Look at them. They're zombie pigmen. They're not even alive, right? So sure, go ahead, flame them all day. They don't feel a thing. They feel nothing. They're zombie pigmen. So they're the only thing that can spawn up here, and gas. But that's why I put these things up here. And these zombie pigmen, because they're fascists, they come try to hit our iron golem here in the middle. And if you look over here, there is a defenseless little turtle egg. Oh, my little defenseless turtle egg. Oh, how delicate you are. How precious and nice you are. So, of course, the zombie pigmen want to destroy it because they're the zombie pigmen Nazi fascists. So, yeah, they come aggro to try to kill both our guardian and our future here. They're trying to kill our past and our future. It's zombie pigmen are awful. I hate zombie pigmen. So yeah, because you can't flame them, because they're immune to fire, they're the only thing that spawns up here. But they're dumb. They're stupid zombie pigmen. So they think these trapdoors are solid blocks. It doesn't register to them that they're trapdoors. It's a trap. But zombie pigmen are stupid. So they're going thinking they can go and kill both the egg and the golem. They think they can kill both our past and our future. That's what the zombie pigmen think. But they're dumb. So what happens is they fall in our trap. They fall into our trap. As they rush to destroy, they fall into the trap. and the lava just aligns them and slows them down just a little bit because they're immune to fire. Lava doesn't hurt them. So, and then they fall to their doom. Fall to their doom, where their experience is collected by me, the player, and their goods are dropped into this hopper system. And as it moves through the hopper system, it's filtered out. The gold nuggets are filtered out, and the flesh, the rotten flesh and the gold swords are dropped onto this cactus, which deletes them. They are gone. They're gone. They're gone. So the only thing that remains is the delicious gold nuggets and the delicious experience. That's laggy because there's so much experience. All that experience is super lag. Like, I can't handle it, so much lag. What's my frames per second? 2, 1. Holy crap. It's absolutely awful. And the reason why it's so awful is because it's all the experience points that are lagging it. I don't know why that is. I don't know what it is about the experience orbs that lag Minecraft. They should probably fix whatever it is that does that. Because, oh, this is awful. This is so bad. Okay, as I'm standing there absorbing experience orbs, let's look at some of the stuff going on in the world. In the world. In the world. Major stuff is going on. So, we are here. We are here. We are at the cusp. The cusp of a new age. I really think so. I mean, we're not there yet, but it's coming over the horizon, is what I'm saying. The fascists want you to believe that there's no truth, there's no future, there's no past, there's only power. That is what the fascists want you to believe. But they're losing. They're losing. They tried so hard to accrue power and concentrate wealth, but it's getting to the point that the internal mechanisms of the United States are coming to fruition. It is the destiny of the United States to become a majority-minority country. This majority-minority country, the thing that holds it together is not going to be shared ethnicity. It's not going to be an exact same story. Everyone's got their own different stories. Everyone's got their own ethnicities. Everyone's got their own histories that they're bringing to the table. But the one thing that binds all of these people together is the belief in ideals of truth, justice, and liberty, and that with reason and intelligence we can work together to guide our future to a more perfect union where we further synchronize and synergize with one another and create even more energy. You know, fusion creates way more energy than fission. So when you talk about nuclear reactions, you got two kinds of nuclear reactions. The kind that we do, that humans do right now, is called fission. So what we do is we take a big heavy atom and we shoot neutrons at them. Neutrons are like little, like neutrons, particles at them. And they crash into the atom, and the atom breaks into pieces. And when it breaks, it releases energy. Heat, right? It releases a lot of heat. A lot of heat. It's real hot. And then, so we turn that heat into, well, with light water reactors, we put it into water, which is dumb. It's just so stupid, but, whatever. Okay. But the other kind of nuclear reaction is fusion. Fusion is when you take two light atoms, and you mash them together, and then they go, and they become a whole. And that releases even more energy, like a ridiculous amount of energy. You have no idea how much energy. I mean, okay, if you want to know how much energy that kind of reaction releases, all you have to do is go outside and look at that big fireball in the sky. Because all that is hydrogen and hydrogen like fusing together. Hydrogen is one proton and one electron going around it. It is like the lightest thing ever. It is the lightest element that there is. There's nothing lighter than just one proton and one electron going around it. That's it. You can't get any simpler than that. There's no way you can get smaller and be an element than hydrogen, which is one proton and an electron going around it. And what a sun does, what stars do, stars take these super light atoms and they go, and they make them into two, or they make two into one. And when they make two into one, it's like, it's ridiculous amounts of energy. I don't know really where it comes from. I really don't know where it comes from. I should look that up. Because I understand that when you break apart atoms, when you break something, I understand how you get energy out of that. Right? The bonds, the bonds that held the thing together, if you break them, you release the energy. That held them together. You release that energy. But I don't understand how you get energy out of fusing two things together into one. I don't understand where the energy comes from, but that's the way it works. Maybe I should go study more nuclear fusion stuff. Anyways, we can't do it. Humans can't do it yet. Or we can do it for like the tiniest fraction of a second, and that's it. We can't sustain it like the sun does, but we're trying, and if we do, it'll be insane. The problem is we can't even take care of we can't even take care of nuclear fission, the kind where we break it into pieces. We can't even take care of that stuff. We need to take care of that stuff. But I'm like going nuts here, right? I'm just blabbering. Here, let me get out of here for a second. Let me go somewhere else. Right? This is great, right? I am taking a whole bunch of bad, smashing it, and extracting the good stuff and deleting the bad stuff. And then what I do is I take the distillation of all that stuff and I make powered rails with it, or whatever else I want to make. See, way down there is the home, the way home. Let's go check it out. So we're on the roof of the nether. We're on the roof of hell. So I had to be way up there. That's the build limit. You can't build any higher than this. And as it is, I already had to break through the roof. Yeah, the roof of the nether. There's nothing up here. Oh, where'd that guy come from? Seriously, where'd you come from, dude? There's nowhere for you to spawn. Maybe on this. I should put a piece of glass on top. Alright. now only babies can spawn there, which are rare. All right. So, what was okay? Yeah, fusion and fission, energy. How we get energy. So, the way capitalism is that another. No, it's just mushrooms. Okay. Easy to get lost up here because there's absolutely no features. There's nothing. Ooh, I see something down there. A cat. Ah ha ha ha. Follow the cat. Okay. Yeah, I moved the nether portal. I broke the iron farm. I have to go put a new zombie in. And I made a sheep farm. So, or a wolf farm. So, as you know, I have no land on from which to work. I'm like floating in the ocean to do this stuff. But this sheep farm's working really good. Like, I've got a lot of wool already. So I can start doing some carpet projects. Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah, that's great. And then over here is like the most basic tree farm ever. But it works really good. So here's how it works. Ooh, I need food. This is like the best tree farm. If you've got an enchanted... Well, I mean, just the best tree farm. Because it doesn't require any redstone. You don't need to dupe TNT. Like, you don't need to have withers and bedrock. You just chop down a whole bunch of wood, and they're all conveniently located right together. Look how nice this is. Whee, the sunrise. So yeah, we're on the cusp, guys. We're on the cusp, and folks, we're on the cusp. I think great things are in store for us, and we have massive challenges. But the difference is this time we're going to be together, and it's been a long, long time since we've been together. It's been a long time. There's been a lot of. Okay. You know how there was this one person who went around and told other people lies about that one guy? Like, the whole thing was a lie. The whole thing was a lie, and they just told ridiculous lies about this person. But everyone bought it at first, right? So, everyone bought it. Why wouldn't we buy it? Sure, okay. Why? And then it turns out that person was lying. Like, think of. Oop, what's going on? Yeah. Bitrate. Let me see the stream health. What's going on here, guy? Oh no, I'm losing my awesome. My awesome connection. Damn it, again? What's going on? I don't get it. Anyways. So. you have, you know, so yeah, the community gets all angry at this one person who hasn't done anything and doesn't know that someone's going around and lying about them because no one tells them. And then not until after that person was totally ostracized and denied all sorts of opportunities to hang out with the community, only afterwards does the community find out that the person who told them all these negative things about this person was lying. But the damage has already been done. The opportunities already denied. Like that never comes back. You can't ever get those back. They're gone. I kind of think that's the way a lot of American society is operating right now. They've been lied to so much about other Americans that they don't know. Yeah, and they buy the lie. They buy it. They buy it, and they've been lied to so much. About that, like, when they figured out that they've been lied to, I don't know how they're gonna take it. Because as a result of being lied to, they've been jerks. They've been serious jerks. Hey, if you want to see an example of it, go look what they did to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as they were going through Texas. Did you see that video? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are touring in Texas. They wanted to go, because, Texas is a battleground state now. Texas is going to flip blue. So Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to Texas to tour in their bus. And what happened were a bunch of Confederate Texans showed up in chud trucks and threatened them. They threatened them on the road. They drove aggressively. They surrounded the bus. I understand wanting to protest, to exercise your free speech. But the point is to exercise your free speech against people of power, not against people who have no power. Joe Biden has no power. He's not president. He's not in office. He doesn't have anything. Like, he's running for office. Why would you go out of your way to attack a guy who has no power? Why don't you use what the Constitution gave you the freedom? I mean, like, what's enumerated in the Constitution or in the Bill of Rights is that you have freedom of speech. Well, what kind of speech? Freedom of speech means you're able to address government for grievances. To talk about your grievances with the government. Joe Biden is not the government. The government is Donald Trump. And so what we have are a bunch of, people who are authoritarians, right? They are pro-government terrorists intimidating a presidential candidate who has no political power. They're pro-government. Do you see what I mean? They're pro-government. They're pro-government brown shirts, basically. They're pro-government terrorists, terrorizing Kamala Harris and Joe Biden as they're trying to freely move through the country. That's their freedom. Freedom of movement is a freedom you have in the United States. And these Confederate Texans are denying freedom of movement to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in support of the government taking away the right of freedom, taking away people's rights. Like, it's like, do they not understand that they're Nazis? No, they don't. They don't know. They don't know. And you can tell them, but it's like racism. They think Nazis have to be intent. They believe Nazi. You have to intend to be a Nazi, is what they think. They don't understand that it's not about intent. It's about results, the outcomes. If what you do has Nazi outcomes, what you did was Nazi, and you are what you do. So if you do Nazi things, you are a Nazi. It doesn't matter if you didn't intend on being a Nazi. It's what actually happened. Yeah, dude, I'm getting like mad throttled, I think, by Comcast for some reason. For some reason, I gotta ditch some of this stuff. Right? Isn't this great? It's like the easiest way to get wood now. I had such a hard time getting wood on this little tiny island. And with this setup here, it's awesome and easy. I have to look up who everyone taught me how to do this. They made it more complicated by adding some really complicated water elevator, but you don't need that. I just use scaffolding. Yeah, I was real short on wood. I was getting nervous there for a while. Gotta ditch something. Am I almost done? Yep, this is it. All right. So the nice thing about this one is that more or less everything falls in the water and then goes into these hoppers, and then it just collects the stuff. So I don't have to hold it all the time. And even the wood, so if I miss something, I don't have to stand around to collect all the, oh, where'd my, I need a ladder. Okay, let me see. Go! Alright. Yeah, there. So unless it falls on this... Oh. Hello. Let me go to sleep real quick. Okay. Ooh. Why can't I grab onto it anymore? There we go. All right. So those are my things. That's what I made. I moved that guy. I made this thing, which was like pretty easy. I made this guy, which was pretty fun. It was nice. I like this. I like the way I put pumpkins down there. You can see under the water. Otherwise, it's just dark, and it looks scary. I have to probably fix this area here. It looks a little ugly. But yeah, and then you can see how the water elevator transports all the stuff. So I'm thinking that I want to make the wool go into this into this water system, and then have it go up here. Into this pipe system, go across this way, go this way, come up here, and then have a row, maybe all sides, this way and this side, I don't know, of for what's it called? For wool. I don't know. Just because I need to stack stuff. I don't have enough room on this island to do anything. Okay. And the farmers. All right. Let me go somewhere where I can hang out. All right. What else do I got here? Washington County Sheriffs dressed up as Darth Vader and a stormtrooper for Halloween. I mean, let's be very, very obvious about who they are. They're Nazis. Space Nazis. How funny. Facebook is Nazi propaganda. So the top performing link posts by U.S. Facebook pages in the last 24 hours are from Dios es bueno, which is what God is good. So Spanish, probably right-wing propaganda. Dan Boingo, which is he's a fascist. Dan Bongio, fascist. Donald Trump for president, fascist. Fox News, fascist. Dan Biongo, fascist. David Harris Jr. I don't even know who that is. But yeah, that was on October 28th. So the top 10, like at least 9 of the top 10 posts are fascist posts on Facebook. So what is this? It's just nonsense. Why did I pull that up? It looks like Tim Rowland is just trying to spread propaganda. So, yeah, Facebook is Nazi propaganda. So we see that the most shared posts on Facebook are Nazi propaganda. And then on the comments, I think Tim Rowland is a foreigner. I think he's one of those internet trolls, because look what he says. We believe in law and order. Law and order is the Nazi catchphrase that Trump supporters use. Unlike you pathetic liberals, so he's attacking me, and who say worship. I don't know what that's about. So what I do is I repeat the truth. White supremacy is the biggest terror threat to the USA, right? So Tim Rowland says, tries to turn this into something else. I say white supremacy are the biggest terror threat in the USA, according to the government. So he says, so the government doesn't like Caucasians because the government said this, and I don't know. So he's trying to make an appeal to my last name. He's trying to turn this into a racial thing. This is what I'm talking. So, like, you know, when in the movie The Matrix, you know how the agent like bends, like people will shoot an agent and the agent like just bends like nothing and moves back like he has no spine, like he's like Gumby. That's what Tim Rowland is doing right here. He's bending. His first attack is weak, right? I mean, it's a hook. He is trying to get me to defend myself against his attack. Like, he wants me to be like, I'm not a liberal, or what? He wants me to get knocked off course. And he wants to say that he is about law and order when he's not. But I just repeat the truth. But the truth is the enemy of the fascist. So he wants to try to twist it. He just bends and totally ignores it, what I just said. So I just say it again. Like, I don't know, whatever. FBI only disciplines employees for criticizing Donald Trump in private messages, not other candidates. And it doesn't discipline employees for praising him. So, in other words, Donald Trump is purging the FBI of people who are critical of Donald Trump, and only Donald Trump. You can be critical of Joe Biden, you can be critical of Clinton, you can be critical of any of the Nazi boogeymen, but you can't be critical of Donald Trump. So what that means is that Donald Trump is purging the FBI of anyone not loyal to Donald Trump. He's like, they're Nazis, they're fascists. So here we go. Newly released documents by Scott R. Anderson and Benjamin Weitz. Newly released FBI documents show troubled double standard on political speech. Let me shrink me down. This morning, we received more than 30 pages of material from the FBI illustrating a remarkable disparity in its treatment of its employees. 5 employees, the documents show, have been disciplined for private communications using government devices in which they have criticized President Trump. But none, at least not since 2011, has been disciplined for similar conduct with respect to presidential candidates Hillary Clinton or Mitt Romney or President Barack Obama, or for praising Trump. So you don't get in trouble for dissing Obama or Romney or Clinton. You can talk all the crap you want about them, but if you talk crap about Donald Trump, you get in trouble. That's weird. we also have trouble imagining that Barack Obama entirely escaped such disparagement on government devices during his 2 terms in office. Yet, the only cases in which people are known to have been disciplined for such conduct involved political criticism of President Trump. Most notably, the firing of former FBI counterintelligence official Peter Strzok, who exchanged text messages critical of candidate Trump with FBI lawyer Lisa Page during the 2016 election. Was this because the similar messages involved other recent presidential candidates? Wait, what? Was this because the similar messages involving other recent presidential candidates were not made public by the Justice Department, as Strzok's were? Or was it because the FBI had something of a double standard in meting out discipline for such indiscretions? The verdict is now in, at least for the last 4 major party presidential candidates, one of whom served as President of the United States for 8 full years. FBI employees who voiced political sentiments in favor of or opposed to Clinton, Obama, and Romney all did not face consequences, nor did those who praised Trump. Those who criticized the current president appeared to be the only people subject to discipline. So what that's saying is the only people who got in trouble were people who talk crap about Donald Trump. If you talk crap about Barack Obama, they didn't care. If you talk crap about Hillary Clinton, they didn't care. You talk crap about Mitt Romney, they didn't care. Only Donald Trump you couldn't talk crap about. Well, why? That sounds like a dictator, like a mob boss. Right? So what's happening is that the FBI, Donald Trump is trying to purge the FBI of people who are not loyal to Donald Trump. They don't care about the Constitution. They only care about if you're loyal to Donald Trump. So I was telling you earlier about how Americans are being lied to. And you can see that a lot of the people who got lied to get their information from this area here. They get their news from Fox News, from Breitbart, Daily Caller, Onan. Like, this is all a bunch of crap. This is the crap area. If you get your information from here, you're being lied to. So let's look at the alternate side of it. Nobody talks about these guys. Nobody uses these guys. Who are these guys? No one uses this stuff. But I always hear right-wingers, this is the only place they get their information, which is nonsense, in the nonsense area. So they only get their information from nonsense. And they say that this information up here, they say this is the bad information. So we have 2 schools of thought. We have Americans who are up here who follow Donald Trump, or who follow Joe Biden, who are going to vote for Joe Biden. They get the information from here. And then we have people who vote for Donald Trump. They get their information from here. 2 different media spheres. 2 different versions of reality. That's what's happening in the United States. What did I do with it? I lost it. That's what I did with it. I'm tired because I spent all my energy fixing the problems, which aren't fixed because it's still all messed up. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. But oh man, there's just so much stuff here. Here, check it out. Here, by Brandon Friedman. While harassing the Biden bus in Texas yesterday, the Trump convoy included a hearse. So, you know how Donald Trump has killed over 200,000 Americans with COVID-19? That's awesome, right? Donald Trump brings you death. That's exactly what this is about. So Biden Harris is about getting everyone on the bus, and Donald Trump is about killing people. That's a perfect example of it. That's perfect. Here, there's a Joe Biden is get everyone on the bus. Donald Trump is get everyone in the hearse because they're dead. Now you know. Donald Trump is a Nazi. Donald Trump is a Nazi and a criminal. Donald Trump is a Nazi and a criminal. Donald Trump is a Nazi and a criminal. And people who follow Donald Trump are Nazis. Yes, the people who follow Donald Trump are Nazis. Yes, the people who follow Donald Trump are Nazis. Yes, the people who follow Donald Trump are Nazis. A Biden staffer sent me this picture from inside a campaign bus in Austin yesterday. Said these pro-Trump trucks slowed down in front of the bus, trying to stop it on the highway or run it off the road. These guys are Nazis. They're flying Nazi flags. The Trump flags are Nazi flags. The black and white American flag, the black and white flag with the blue stripe, that's a Nazi flag. So these are Nazis trying to stop the free movement of a person, of a political candidate they don't agree with. They're Nazis. Trump supporters are Nazis. That's how history is going to tell it. History is going to say, yep, Trump supporters are Nazis. What's this one? Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin is the Tea Party asshat who posed on the Idaho Capitol steps with two members of a militia flashing white power symbols. When she isn't waving around her Bible, she's dry humping Trump's leg and voting to take away seniors' health care. They're Nazis. Republicans are Nazis. Republicans are Nazis. Oh, look, there's that same woman. Here's the same Nazi woman, the Christo-fascist, the lieutenant governor of Idaho, driving around with a gun and a Bible, protesting COVID restrictions. She is angry that the virus is killing people, and she's telling the virus she wants to help it spread. She's like, yes, COVID, I want to help you spread. And she's using a gun because she wants to kill people, and she thinks she worships power. That's her God. Her God is the God of power, and that's what she's worshiping right now. There she is, Christo-fascist, who worships power. Right? She worships power. That's why Second Amendment people are all into guns, because guns are power. That's all they're good for, is power. And what do fascists worship? Power. Fascists worship power. Because remember, they're snowflakes. Fascists cannot stand anything other than a very, very, very narrow vision of what they think is the way to go. That's why Americans and Trump supporters are opposites. Trump supporters are fascists. So Republicans are fascists, and they're the opposite of Americans. Americans are diverse. Americans love diversity. American is a nation of immigrants and a nation of indigenous First Nation people who have always been here, and a people and a nation of freed slaves, of people who escaped, who fought against their slavery bonds to become free. That's our nation. But these guys, these Nazis, these fascists, these Confederates, these Republicans, these Trump supporters, they only want one vision. They only want white people, only man, woman, only Christian. Their vision is of a pyramid. That's it. They worship a pyramid. They worship power. So they're opposite of us. They're Nazis. Here, what's another example of Nazis? What's this one? Oh yeah, Facebook. That's right. I meant to. Oh, dude, I missed it. So the reason why Facebook is a fascist propaganda tool. In late 2017, when Facebook tweaked its newsfeed algorithm to minimize the presence of political news, policy executives were concerned about the outsized impact of the changes on the right, including the Daily Wire. People familiar with the matter said. Engineers redesigned their intended changes so that left-leaning sites like Mother Jones were affected more than previously planned, the people said. Mr. Zuckerberg approved the plans. We did not make changes with the intent of impacting individual publishers, which is bullshit. Because remember, now the way it works, now that Facebook did its tweaks, the top 10 posts. Who's David Harris Jr.? Here, here, David J. Harris Jr. Who is that? Breitbart. So he's a fascist. This guy's a fascist. So fascist. Oh wait, Dios es bueno. Let me look that up before I call it a fascist. Dios es bueno. Translate. God. Okay, but I don't know what. So basically, it's Christian. So Christian and then fascism. So Christian, fascism. Christian, Nazi, 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 Nazi. Christian, Nazi, 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 Nazi. Christian, Nazi, 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 Nazi. This is Facebook. This is the information. Top 10 posts on Facebook. Christian, Nazi, 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 Nazi. Facebook is a Nazi propaganda site. Fort Worth, Texas. Yesterday, a pro-Trump caravan escorted by Fort Worth police tried to intimidate voters by driving through a polling station in a predominantly black neighborhood, but the community wasn't having it. So the police of Fort Worth are providing a safety escort for a bunch of Trumpers in their chud trucks to drive through a black neighborhood to scare them away from voting because they're Nazis. They're Nazis. Republicans are Nazis. Remember this, right? It's never, ever, ever going away. It's never going away. Republicans are Nazis. It's never going away. It's never going away. It's never going away.
Hey, y'all not coming. Move this goddamn motherfucking car from. Fuck that nigga. Get that shit right. Get the fuck out of our hood, nigga. Hey, get the fuck out of our hood, nigga. Get out of our hood, nigga. Take that shit out here.
So you hear the police? The police with the big siren, right? They're trying to intimidate all the people voting. That's why the police are there, to provide cover for the Nazis to march through the Confederates to march through and to scare away black Americans from the polls. That's why they're doing this. Why would they try to scare people away from exercising their democratic right to vote? Because they're fucking Nazis.
Get out our hood. Get out our hood, bro. Get out our hood, bro. Hey, get out our hood, bro.
See?
Hey, what's up, man? Y'all, what's up, man? This how it's going down? This how it's going down?
These cops are providing cover.
Like that, man? It's our hood, bro. This our neighborhood. Y'all gonna let them come in?
The police
that's disrespectful what he doing, bro.
Are helping
come to our hood like that.
The Nazis intimidate voters.
Bro. Y'all just gonna let us get rid, man? Come on.
The police are helping Nazis intimidate Americans. The police are helping Nazis
you're not coming down here.
Intimidate Americans.
He gotta go that way. You gotta go that way, bro.
The police are helping Nazis intimidate Americans.
You better go that way. You're not coming to our hood. Yeah, you ain't coming to our hood with that.
The police are helping Nazis intimidate Americans.
This what y'all want for work? This what y'all want? No? You see him? Yeah. Get your bitch ass out of here. Yeah. Get your bitch ass out of here.
The police are helping Nazis intimidate Americans away from voting. Oh, dude, he knocked it down again. Let me fix it. Okay. Police are Nazis. Trump supporters are Nazis. So yeah, we're going through some big crazy times right now. We're going through big crazy times right now. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, we're just going through big crazy times. What else do I have to show you? So, if you look up in the sky, there's some fun things going on right now. And, like, I just thought this was fun. Here, can I rotate this? Rotate. 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 So, if you look up in the sky, you will see... Well, you won't see Pluto because you can't see Pluto, but you'll see Jupiter and Saturn. Even if you're in the city, I think you can see Jupiter and Saturn, and they're in like all three of these planets are in like almost in a line. That's pretty. I mean, I'm like that's kind of cool. I don't know. You can look up and see it. It's happening right now. I'm like that's neat, and you can actually see it happening. And then I looked it up, and what that is called a conjunction. So I don't know what this is, but this particular alignment has occurred before. It's very rare. Saturn will join Pluto first on January 12th, 2020. This conjunction takes place every 33 years and is followed by Jupiter joining Pluto in 3 phases: April 4th, 2020, June 30th, and then November 21st, making this a most unusual 3-year planet close alignment. To top it off, Jupiter and Saturn form their historic about 19-year conjunction on December 21st, the solstice of 2020. All 3 join their south nodes, whatever that means. I don't understand that part. But on December 21st, 2020 is like a big deal. The last big deal with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto for like a long time. So I thought, hey, that was pretty cool. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. It's coming up, right? So I showed you that video of the police helping Nazis to intimidate Americans from voting. But then, you know, over in North Carolina, the police, like, literally attacked people going to vote, and with chemical weapons. Look. The police are coming up and unplugging all the equipment to stop them from their protest. It's not illegal for them to do this. The police are just stealing stuff and then pepper spraying people. So the police, yeah, right, just crazy, just pepper spraying people. The police are stealing things and pepper spraying. The police are stealing the equipment and pepper spraying people. Look at that, for nothing. Look at that, chemical weapons for nothing. Look at that. I can't believe that stuff. The police were using chemical weapons on citizens demonstrating and then stealing their equipment. The police are Nazis. The police are Nazis. Did you see this one? This one's crazy. Police took a black toddler from his family's SUV. And then they stole the kid out of the SUV after they beat the parents and destroyed and broke the SUV. They stole the kid, and then they used the picture of the stolen kid for Trump propaganda. They steal a kid and use the stolen kid for Trump propaganda. They steal a black kid and they use the stolen black kid for Trump propaganda. So here's the propaganda, right? Here's what they said. Here's what they said. This lost child was wandering around barefoot during the violent riots in Philadelphia. That's what the police are saying, right? The National Fraternal Order of the Police said this lost child was wandering around barefoot during the violent riots in Philadelphia. The only thing this Philly police officer cared about was protecting this child. We are not your enemy. Oop, back. We are the thin blue lines. We are Nazis. We are the only thing standing between order and anarchy. And so here's the video, or here's the picture of the police stealing a black kid in order to good pro-Trump propaganda. Thin blue line is fascism. Thin blue line is fascism. Thin blue line is fascism. So here's a picture of the police stealing a black kid and using him for pro-Trump propaganda. And they're saying that they rescued the kid barefoot wandering during a riot. Let's watch. Let's watch. Let's watch the truth. So there's the police up there, and they run up to this car.
Wow.
And they fucking bash out the windows, right? The police swarm this car, bash out this window. They drag out the driver and beat the driver. The mom and the pop are dragged out and beaten.
Damn.
They drag out the mom and cop and beat them, and then they steal the kid.
Was there kids in there?
They steal the kid. They mace the kid, and then they take the kid away. They beat the parents. So the cops, here, let's watch that again. I need to expand it so you can see it better. You need to see this. Can I expand it bigger? Bigger. Enhance. Enhance. Okay, see what this looks like. So there's a bunch of police officers there. They surround this car, and they just beat the fuck out of it.
Whoa!
And then they drag the person out of the car, and they beat him. They beat the mom and the pop.
Damn.
Here, wait, I'm in the way.
They bust up all the windows in that joint. Was there kids in there? Somebody just hopped out with a baby. Come on.
So what happened was the police swarmed a car. The police swarmed a car, busted out all the windows, dragged out the parents of the car, beat them, and then arrested them, pepper sprayed the kid, and then stole the kid away, took a picture of the kid, and said, "Go pro-Trump." The Philly police are fucking Nazis. The Philly police are Nazis. The Philly police are Nazis. Here's a picture of people marching to the polls. They're going to the polls to go vote, and the police came out to stop them from voting. And they pepper sprayed this woman and got mace on them. And if you've ever been pepper sprayed, that stuff kills. It hurts. It hurts. I think it was reported she went into a seizure. Man, this is all messed up. So she's having a seizure because they just pepper sprayed a woman in a wheelchair. They pepper sprayed, yeah. So you see the cops, these people are like on their way to go to the protest, and these cops saw the woman in the wheelchair and pepper sprayed her because cops are cowards. So there they are, pepper spraying the crowd. She goes into a seizure. So North Carolina cops are pepper spraying people trying to get to the polls to stop them from voting because they're Nazis. What are we dealing with on this election? We're dealing with that's the deal. That's the deal. If you vote for Joe Biden, it's a vote for democracy. If you vote for Donald Trump, it's a vote for fascism. It means you're a Nazi. If you vote for Donald Trump, it means you're a Nazi. If you vote for Donald Trump, it means you're a Nazi. If you vote for Donald Trump, it means you're a Nazi. If you vote for Donald Trump, it means you're a Nazi. So Donald Trump got rid of Fauci, Dr. Fauci. You know, Dr. Fauci has been really good, right? He's been telling us what's up with coronavirus. But he contradicts what Trump says because Trump wants coronavirus to spread. He wants to make money off of it. And Dr. Fauci is looking out for the good health of Americans. So Trump is trying to get rid of Dr. Fauci because Trump's enemy is truth. And instead, Trump put this other guy in, Scott Atlas, who doesn't know jack crap about anything. Scott Atlas is a confederate. He's a Nazi. He's a traitor. He went onto Russia Today, which is a Russian media website, to talk about how well, I don't know what he wanted. He went on Russia Today. It was what the deal is, right? So President Trump's guy on coronavirus went on Russia propaganda media, and his idea is to push herd immunity. What is herd immunity? Herd immunity is to say let everyone die, and whoever doesn't die, they get to live. That means they're immune and they can live. Everyone else just dies. That's what herd immunity means. You're going to let a whole bunch of people die. That's what Donald Trump is pushing. Donald Trump is a Nazi. If you support Donald Trump, you're a Nazi too. This is Donald Trump's advisor going on a Russian propaganda to spread his idea of letting Americans die en masse. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that you vote. It's important. It's important. They're trying so hard to stop you from voting. If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to stop you. You have to vote. You have to vote. You have to do it. They're trying so hard. But that's because they're about to lose power. They're about to lose everything. They're about to lose everything. It's the dawn of a new age. But you have to make it happen. It's not just going to happen by itself. You have to do it. You have to be out there making the change. Okay, this is like, I'm exhausted. All right, hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen. But whatever it is, we have to stick together. Us Americans have to stick together. All right, I think I'm out for now. I don't know. I'm almost certainly going to do another broadcast later on, but we'll see. Okay, until then, Pogokiro out. Peace. Stop.